If you're anything like me, then the typical videos that you see on YouTube when it comes to these beginner guides can be helpful from time to time when it comes to just kind of, getting information really quick on how to build certain swords, do certain Easter eggs, this, that, or the other. But I feel like for the ultimate beginners, it's hard for them to follow guides like that because it already requires you to have at least a fundamental understanding of the map. Maybe they don't understand how the tac map works, or maybe they're just really new to maybe even video games in general and they just need more assistance than the typical COD player. So with that in mind, in Black Ops 6 Zombies, I know I haven't done it for the first two maps yet. I do plan to go back and actually do guides like this for those first two maps, even though it is technically a little late now. There's going to be people discovering Black Ops 6 for years to come, just like with the older Zombies games, so I don't really think there's a thing as too late with something like this. But this guide is going to be for the ultimate beginner. I'm going to do my best to explain everything that I'm doing, how some of the mechanics in the game work, and there is a Zombies training course in the game if you need even more assistance there, but I'm going to do my best to explain what I'm doing as setup, and what you should really be doing if you're trying to at least work your way towards high rounds. Again, if you're a beginner, you're not going to be hitting like round 100 right out the gate, but for the very simple things when it comes to just getting Pack-a-Punch, building all of the wonder weapons, activating the Easter egg song, because I mean, you got to know how to do that, maybe hitting up the arsenal, knowing what ammo mods do what against certain enemies, I'm here to help you out with that, so let's get right into it. So here we are in Citadelle de Morts. Now, like I said, we will not be doing anything crazy when it comes to like Easter eggs or boss fights or anything like that. This is mainly just aimed at almost absolute beginners that are just trying to find their footing in the map, figure out how to build the wonder weapons, get Pack-a-Punch, and all the other fun stuff like I mentioned. Now, unlike most of my other videos, there will also not be any cuts throughout the gameplay, or at least very minimal cuts. I might have to do a cut here or there for one reason or another, but I want to keep this as raw as possible. This is very different from the normal type of content I make, so my commentary may not quite be there, but I just want to have it so that again, if you're a beginner and you're not that familiar with the map, or if you need some further assistance, you can follow my exact footsteps to know where I'm going. So what I'm going to do, and you do not need to do this because it will be a bit more challenging, I will say my monitor brightness is a little dim right now, so I'm having some trouble seeing some things, so I apologize for my aim, but I am going to activate the Rampage Inducer just to speed up these first few rounds. Basically what we want to do is just get to round 4, round 5, somewhere in that range. We want to aim for critical kills as much as possible because if you get a normal elimination in Black Ops 6 Zombies, it will only give you 90 points, whereas if you shoot them in the head and you successfully blow their head off, you will get 115 points. You can also do melee kills to get a nice balance of the two, where every melee kill will give you 105 essence, but obviously 115 is more than 105, so I would recommend going for the critical kills. But if your aim isn't quite there, then that's okay. You can just do melee kills as well. It'll still be close enough. And if you're wondering how to do melee kills, you can either just click down the right stick to hit them with the butt of your gun, or what I would recommend doing if you're actually just going for melee kills would be to hold down that same stick, which then brings out your melee weapon. I know some folks still don't know how to do that because there's never actually like a clear tutorial in the game that just tells you how to do that, but there you go. I also apologize if the game looks a little laggy or delayed for some reason. There is some hefty packet burst going on the left side of my screen, if you notice that there. That's not the best thing in the world when I'm trying to create a tutorial of sorts, but hopefully that goes away. I am also going to go ahead and deactivate the Rampage Inducer due to the things that I just mentioned with the packet burst, which is again kind of scaring me a bit. Hopefully that doesn't end up being an issue later on. For now, just keep taking out the zombies. I am out of ammo, which is unfortunate, so we are going to go buy some ammo from the ammo box, which is... I'm honestly not sure. It is somewhere in the spawn room. There it is. It's right over here. I haven't had to buy ammo in this spawn room before. There we go. Just keep taking out the zombies. I'm also going to have the gameplay mixed a little bit louder in this video compared to most of my videos. In most videos, I have it pretty low just because as somebody with ADHD, it's hard for me to focus on multiple audio sources at once, if that makes sense. Like if somebody's talking and there's gameplay going behind the talking, it just kind of throws my brain off even more. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to have it too loud, but I'm just going to have it a little bit louder just in case you'd like to hear some of the things, or maybe if like audio cues would help you in some way or another. But the first thing I would recommend is to go out the left door, as we just did, And right here, next to this Deadshot machine, you will find the first part for one of the swords in the map. It is a lightning rod. It'll be sitting right there. To grab it, you just have to hold X. There will not be a indicator on your screen. So, you know, normally when you say you go to buy ammo, it'll say hold X to buy. For some of the parts we will be picking up, there will not be indicators like that. So you'll just need to go up and hold X and trust in the process. It will pick it up for you. So around round 5 to round 6, these vermins and parasites will be spawning in. And basically all you gotta do is shoot them just as you would with any other normal zombie. And at the end, you're gonna max ammo. So very lovely. I'm gonna try pausing the game real quick. Let's see. Does pausing the game for a moment, does that fix my packet burst? Nah, it didn't really seem to do too much. Okay, I was hoping maybe, like, if somebody else is having the same issue, maybe we could try to find a fix on the fly, but yeah, I'm not sure what's causing that. I was having some issues in general before starting this recording as well, unfortunately. I went to log in and it was just saying, like, you were not connected to the internet, even though I clearly was, because I had to search on Google on my computer, like, what was wrong or why it was saying that I wasn't connected to the internet. Which means if I was on Google, obviously I was, so not sure what that was about. And then it was doing that weird thing again, like it did in one of my previous videos, where it was saying that I couldn't sync my data right now. So that was really annoying. So to fix that, even though, again, I was already connected to the internet, I had to switch, because I have 5G internet, but I also have, like, 2 bands. So I have a 2G connection and a 5G for my Wi-Fi. So I swapped over to the 2G, signed in, and then swapped back to the 5G, and then launched my game, and then it worked. So that was strange. But basically, right now, we're just killing the zombies up here. There's not, like, a particular reason why I'm killing the zombies. I'm just trying to, like, kind of null the horde a bit before we do this next step, because you want to make sure there's not too many zombies around you. Preferably if you could, like, do this next part mid-round. That would probably be best. Or at the beginning of the round, not mid-round, sorry. Okay, so we took out most of the zombies. We got, like, just a few more here. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the knife. Just make quick work with these lads. Take out you. One more slash. Alright, now at the end of the round, or at least close to it as possible, you want to go ahead and hold X on this wheel. It'll start to turn this cannon. I'm getting attacked by a zombie, so we got to take them out real quick. You do got to be careful, because if you let go of the wheel for too long, it will unspin itself, and you need to do the whole thing again. But once you spin it, you can go ahead and run behind it and fire the cannon, at which point it will blow a hole in the castle door. Again, I know I definitely haven't been doing the best at explaining all the footsteps I've been making, but as long as you're just watching the video and, like, following my footsteps, you'll be just fine. I do have to do a better job of, like, making sure I'm explaining what I'm doing, though. So at this next point, we're going to run inside of the castle, which I would recommend at some point buying the level 2 armor vest. Not quite yet, though. Instead, I would recommend investing in Juggernog and then saving the rest of your money for Pack-a-Punch, which we will be getting to soon. If you're anything like me, you may be out of ammo at this point, at which point there is an ammo box right behind the staircase, right there. So you can go ahead and buy that. I did also realize just now that I have been forgetting to activate the Easter egg song, which is not good. So we will be going back to do that at some point. But again, just keep following my footsteps here. We're making our way towards Pack-a-Punch, slowly but surely. Right now I'm trying to take out the horde because there's a similar thing to before where I would recommend having less zombies in the vicinity if possible. I would also avoid grabbing nukes early on. Anything before, like, round 10, I would say, do not grab nukes. After round 10, though, if you're doing the Easter egg, it's still avoid nukes, but, yeah, anytime after round 10. If you're just kind of playing for high rounds, yeah, I'd say go for it. But anyway, we're going to run down here. And then I would also recommend just holding X on this. Similar as before, there's not going to be... Oh, I'm sorry. Don't do that yet. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. We have to do Pack-a-Punch first. But we're just going to keep running along here. Just keep following the markers on screen. I feel like that helps as well. And eventually, if you follow the markers, you will come across this box. At which point, there are 3 locks. You want to shoot off all 3 locks, and a special enemy will come out. In order to kill him fast and efficiently, you want to aim at his head. That is his weak point. I'd also recommend just kind of opening this door and running into here because this is a decent spot to kind of train him up at. If you're looking for an ammo mod, which if you are unsure how ammo mods work, I will be explaining that and showing it off here in a minute. This special enemy is weak to the new light ammo mod, which again, I will show how to buy and equip to your weapon soon, once we take this guy out. It costs 500 salvage exactly to buy each ammo mod, so make sure you have enough of that saved up. Not sure why it's not coming after me, but I'll take it. It makes my life easier. Jeez, I keep running out of ammo. This gun does not have much ammo. Okay, we're gonna use a Semtex just to kind of take him out. And just like that, that should... No, that is not the special enemy down. Buy some more ammo real quick. And now that is the special enemy down. He is going to drop this Blood Ethereum Crystal, which you will want to pick up. Ooh, the lag. The lag is starting to bother me. And then you want to take it back to this red portal that he came out of that box. You hold X on it, and it will give you the Pack-a-Punch. The Pack-a-Punch is how you upgrade your weapons. So there you go. You have Pack-a-Punch. That's a huge first step. I would recommend saving up 5,000 points. So then you can upgrade your weapon, but we'll be coming back to do that in a moment. So now, really, all we need to do is progress the rounds up until round 10, roughly. At which point, a zombie with a bucket on its head is going to spawn in. There will be 4 of them that we'll need to get in total. As I was saying before, you want to come over here behind Quick Revive and hold X on this door. If it'll work. Please. There we go. It'll pop open, guy will come out, you can listen to him talk. That's just if you plan to do the Easter egg and, you know, just one of those things where it's just like, just in case. You never know. Starts to kind of clue you in as to what's going on with the story here. But given that it's round 8, this is definitely a good time to start worrying about upgrading your weapons. So, we're going to go back up these stairs, up past Quick Revive. Again, if you're ever unsure, just rewind the video, follow my steps. Take your time. I know learning zombies isn't exactly the easiest thing in the world. Once you activate Pack-a-Punch, you also notice that this door will kind of fade away. At which point, you'll see the arsenal over here. Now, we do need to be careful because there is some zombies on our tail, so take them out first. Go. Also want to make sure I'm not talking too much. I don't want to annoy anybody with my yapping, so I'll be sure to shut up here and there. There we go. Just clearing them out. Again, it's quite clear that our weapon isn't doing too well on the damage side of things, so that is why it is important to make sure that we get these upgrades like we're about to do. Lovely, I'm out of ammo once again, which this would actually be a good time to turn around and go back and Pack-a-Punch. So forget the arsenal for now. Instead, we're going to go Pack-a-Punch, get some more ammo, and some more damage on our side. So we'll run back down here, run past Quick Revive, through this door, and Pack-a-Punch. There you go. Aw, yeah, with the blueprint that I have, that's awesome. It still keeps all, like, the gingerbreads on there, and the Christmas lights and such, and the tracers. It's so cool. I love this bundle that I got. It comes with Christmas skins for both the operators, Weaver and Maya, which I would recommend using one of those 4 dedicated zombie operators when playing these zombies maps, just so then you can get the fullest story experience. It's not necessary, but I would highly recommend it. Unless you're playing Liberty Falls. Liberty Falls is the one exception. You can play as any operator on there, and you will not miss out on any story content. But as I mentioned before, we are now going to look at the arsenal, in which there are 2 tabs. You have the ammo mods tab, which again, this light mend one is what the special enemy that we were fighting before is weak to. But inside of that same menu, if you click RB or R1, depending on your platform, you will see weapon rarities. At which point, don't be like me and be a bit more careful, obviously. Definitely make sure there's like no zombies around when you try to do that, but you will want to do it one at a time. So first, obviously, you'll upgrade your weapon. I'm just going to go ahead and grab the nuke. It's close enough to round 10. I'm just trying to get us to round 10 so we can start working on the sword upgrades. But you'll see an uncommon, a rare tier, epic tier, and legendary tier. For now, we're just going to go ahead and do the uncommon tier as well as grabbing Deadwire, and I would recommend you do the same. If you have more salvage, you could obviously upgrade to rare, but just make sure you get Deadwire. I mean, it's not necessarily necessary, depending on what sword you want to get. If you want the lightning sword, then make sure you get Deadwire. But if you don't plan to get the lightning sword and you plan to get one of the other 3 that I'll be showing off in this video, then yeah, you could just upgrade your weapon to rare. Sorry. My brain just kind of fizzled out right there. Also, as you saw me do before, and as you hopefully did as well, when purchasing the Juggernog perk, there is other perks in the map, and there was a new one that was added with this map called Vulture's Aid. Now, it's not actually a new perk. It was introduced, and it was actually only ever in my favorite Call of Duty of all time, Black Ops 2, in a zombies map called Buried. It was a very cool perk in that map, and they brought it back, added some new features to it, which is pretty cool. Oh, also, you can see here's the zombie with the bucket head. His head is immune. You cannot shoot him in the head. It'll just pop up and say immune, so you'll want to shoot him in the body, and he will drop a stamp. So, in order to get the most annoying one out of the way first, we are going to start with the Void. I forget the actual name for it, but it's the Void one, and it's this one with the Raven here. Each of them will give you a sword, but the knight that you get the sword from, like, each one has its own upgrade path. Like, you can't grab this sword and then do the light, like, because this one right here, right, the one with the dragon in, this is the fire sword. You can't grab the fire sword, even though at first all the swords are plain. You can't just grab that plain sword and then go do the lightning upgrade for that sword. You have to do it for the one that you grabbed, for the knight that you grabbed it from. I hope that makes sense. So, you will see these icons, or these symbols, on the knight's chest, or just on them in general, and that tells you which upgrade you need to do. I hope that makes sense. So again, you'll want to look for the one with the Raven on its left shoulder, your right, its left shoulder, hold X on it, and it will hand you its sword. Now, it's not a timed thing, so, you know, it'll just stay there. You know, once you hold X on it, it's good, and you want to go ahead and grab that. Now, I did see another zombie in our horde that has a bucket on its head, so you'll want to keep shooting them so you can get more stamps, because you need a stamp before you try to grab a sword. We will be doing the light sword next, so we're going to go ahead and grab that stamp. And we're going to use that one on the one with the lion on its chest. Did it not work? Hold on a minute. Let's try that again. Yeah, use it. Yeah, there we go. But anyway, now that we have that, now we want to go ahead and run back into this room with the arsenal. This is for the Void one, again, the Void sword with the Raven, you know, on his shoulder. And now we want to go ahead and look for some animal bones, which will be in this room. Should actually be over here on this bookshelf. Hold up. My brain's kind of blanking. I'm pretty sure the only spawn location for the bones is over on this bookshelf, but I just kind of wanted to make sure. Okay, there we go. Take you out. And then, yeah, so there should be animal bones over here somewhere, unless I'm sadly mistaken. At which point I may need to pause the video and go do some searching. Okay, so I do not see... Oh, wow. When the teacher needs to be taught. Okay. Am I blanking here? Let's see, because you grab the sword and then you need to come in here and grab the animal bones. Is it possible that... I'm not sure. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Anyways. We are going to move along for a minute, because right now is a parasite round. So, actually, before we do that sword, I'm going to go ahead and maybe we'll start with a different one, because I don't think I'm missing anything else here. Hold on. Take out some of these parasites. Unless my game glitched and it's not spawning in for some reason. I'm just going to walk around and hold X on everything and hope that maybe it's a... Oh, self-revive. That's not good. Yeah, this is kind of frustrating. Yeah, so normally, yeah, we're having a bit of technical difficulties here. There is supposed to be bones that spawn in, so I definitely did not do anything wrong here. Not exactly sure what that's about. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need to come back to that then. So instead, I guess we'll start out with the light sword. I know it's not the order we were gonna do it in, but yeah, I'm kind of confused here. Not exactly sure why that didn't spawn in. So now, since I went down, which obviously is not something you should be doing, go ahead and grab Jug again, if it'll let me. Whoa, the lag. And now we're gonna go ahead and run down here, and we'll actually be multitasking a bit here. So we're gonna go ahead and use the weapon that you bought Deadwire on before, if you actually have ammo. Gosh, everything is falling apart now. Go ahead and buy some ammo from the ammo cache. And the weapon that you have Deadwire on, you'll want to find this electric box right here and shoot it. Once you do that, it'll drop a lightning rod, which is the second one for the lightning sword. Just remember that it's by speed cola. As long as you remember that, you'll be all good. Now, you'll see these parasites as soon as you grab the light sword that are glowing yellow. You want to go ahead and hit them with your sword, and it will make your sword glow yellow. From there, you'll find this door with this emblem on it. Hit that with your yellow sword. Again, you have to make sure your sword is yellow and that you did everything that you needed to before that. Hold on, just making sure I don't die. Running away from the zombies. Things are really tense right now, man. I should have bought melee macchiato too. Okay, there's another bucket head, which is perfect. Definitely one of the ones that we'll need. So, max ammo, we're going to go ahead, circle back and grab that. See, my sword is yellow once more. That whole glitch with the animal bones really threw me off. That is not good. Even if I can't get it in this game, I will be sure to include like a thing in post as to how to get that sword then, I guess. Because, yeah, that's not good. Also, since I went down before, we are going to go back up here and make up for our mistakes, per se. We're going to grab another self-revive out of this thing right here. So, just go ahead and buy another self-revive. And then we're going to go buy a quick revive because that helps to let you regen your health faster. Which would be very good. And I'd also recommend buying melee macchiato, which I will be doing. Because if you have the right augments on it, that'll allow you to regen health every time that you hit the zombies with a melee weapon. Alrighty, now there is a special enemy on my tail. Oh, get out of my way! We're gonna go ahead and take him out. Easy peasy. There we go, he's dead. Gonna go ahead and grab that full power there. Handy dandy. So you got these guys. Right now we're trying to get 4,000 points because I would like to grab a level 2 armor plate before we go back. More armor the better. Thank you. Now thankfully, even though the void sword seems to be glitching out, the rest of the steps for everything else are pretty easy, so come over here. And now we gotta wait for a yellow parasite. So whenever it wants to spawn in, I'll be ready. Because that's basically all we're doing now. Just waiting for that. Is that another... Oh, yes, that is another stamp. Beautiful. It seems like the yellow parasites elude me. That is not good. But yeah, this is kind of the process on this map. There is a good bit of waiting from time to time. There it is. There's a yellow one. Then we just need one more after this, so we'll go ahead and hit that. Oh, hello. Hello. I see one more yellow one over there. Risk it for the biscuit. Thank you. And then you'll hit the door again, and similar to a lot of other items in this map where it won't have an actual prompt for you to hold X, you can now hold X on that door, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to run around the zombies. And into the thing we go. Hopefully we don't die. Oh my goodness. Alright, pull out the sword. Take out these guys. And then hold X on this podium to insert your sword. Now you're going to see some icons down here. The first one in our game is that circle, so you'll just want to shoot it depending on what symbol is lit up. So now it's a snowflake. You'll want to look for the snowflake, wait till it lands, and shoot it. Now it looks to be like a triangle with 2 crosses under it. So we'll go ahead and look for the triangle with 2 crosses under it, wherever, it's right up there. Careful of the zombies that will be spawning in. And then finally we have a circle with a line through it, so you want to look for that. Shoot it from the ceiling, and just like that, we have the light sword. So that is the first one complete. We can go ahead and grab that, at which point it will automatically teleport you outside of the room. So we're going to go ahead and use this ultimate ability, which allows you to basically just run through zombies and makes you invincible for a moment, which is really nice. And now we're going to go buy melee macchiato. Which, if you remember me saying before, that is the perk that lets you not only regen health when you melee zombies, but it can also give you more melee damage in general, too. So, that's nice. I just realized that I still haven't given you guys the Easter egg song, so we're going to start to work on that now. Actually, hold on. I'm going the wrong way. I wanted to hit up this first. First things first. Did the bones... the bones still didn't spawn in. That is really a shame. Okay. Yeah, that's really throwing a wrench in my plans. So, I guess next we'll go ahead and do the fire sword, since this one's pretty easy peasy. Go ahead and grab this sword. This is the one with the dragon on its chest. And again, if you ever need a reference back to which sword I grabbed at which point, oh, we have the final stamp, so we're going to go ahead and use this stamp over here on the final one that we need to do yet. So we'll put that there. And actually, forget what I said. We're going to do the lightning sword next. So as soon as you grab the sword, remember, we already have 2 lightning rods. We have the one from Speed Cola that we shot with Deadwire, and the one from Next to Deadshot. Now there's a third one, which you need to come into Quick Revive for. There will be an armored zombie that spawns in. And it'll be a very particular zombie. You'll kind of see what... Oh, there it is, right there. He'll drop a lightning rod, and again, it can only be one of the armored zombies. It won't necessarily be, like, the only armored zombie you see, because if you're like me and you're on a bit of a higher round, it could potentially be, like... You know, there could potentially be multiple armored zombies, but one of the armored zombies that you kill will end up dropping that lightning rod. So you take out that, and once you have all 3 lightning rods like we do now, you'll want to come out here, and you'll find this little podium. Now, there was a lot of misinformation. Ow, I hit my finger on my desk. That hurt really bad. There's a lot of misinformation online that says that this is a soul box. This is not a soul box. This is timed. You do not need to kill a single zombie, and your sword will still get electrified. So basically, when you see lightning hit your sword, which it'll be very obvious when it does, it'll start glowing blue. There'll be electric animations going through it. It'll be very obvious. Just like this. You want to go ahead and hit that box. If your aim is actually good, unlike mine. But there we go. I believe we did it. And basically, every time that happens, you just want to go ahead and hit the box. Or hit this thing, whatever you want to call it. And that's literally it. Again, there's a lot of misinformation saying that this is a soul box. It is not a soul box. It is timed. You don't need to kill a single zombie. This would also be a good time to have decoys, which I just realized that I do have equipped. Whoopsie me. That would have been very handy multiple times. Oh. Hold on. Gotta hit this one more time. I don't know if was that the last one? I'm not sure. Hold on, let me toss a decoy real quick. Was that the last one? No, okay, we still need to do one more. So we'll take out the special enemy, because they do spawn in around 15. Things are getting a little chaotic, but that's okay. Toss one more decoy. So that's... Oh, there we go. Hit it one last time. And now, once you hit all 3 and it stops spinning, you can insert your sword by holding X, just as we've done for many other things. And now the lightning sword is complete. So you can now grab that. I want to try to grab that, but there's so many enemies that, yeah, it's kind of difficult. So we're going to go ahead and do another loop-de-loop. Run the ways around. And now we can grab the sword. So this one, you know, all of them have the same slashy attack, and then this one's special ability is where you hold LT and RT. And basically, it turns it into, like, this lightning beam where you, like, shock all the zombies. It's really cool. But now that we have that, we are going to go ahead and do the fire sword, which may end up being the last sword that I can do in this video, which would be really unfortunate. I'd hate to have to send you guys to, like, another video just to look at, you know, find an upgrade for, like, the other sword. But, again, I mean, we'll try it again. The Raven. This is the Raven. Yes, it even says Raven Bastard Sword. And then, yeah, there should be bones that spawn in back here. But unfortunately, it has not. So, I'm not sure if that's a glitch. I don't believe I'm missing anything either. Yeah. I can't think of anything else that I am missing. So, not too sure. Not too sure. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and put that back for now. Now grab the fire sword from the knight that has the dragon on its chest. And as we go to do this, we will be activating the Easter egg song finally. So you want to take this sword up here and insert it into this dragon, at which point 3 spots will light up on the map. Those are relevant or relegated to like your attack map as well, so you can kind of figure that out, but you don't need to do any of that because it is the same locations every single game. So I'll just kind of run through it and show you how to get this. So first things first, there's one up here. Let's see, okay. Go ahead and hold X on that. And then you'll have this dragon fire. Now it is worth noting if you have that your health will be ticking down the entire time that you do this if you pay attention to the health bar. So make sure you're quick. Spam the sprint button, you'll start attack sprinting, you'll be alright. If your health does get too low, if you have melee macchiato, melee a zombie, and you will regenerate health. Keep that in mind. It's not necessary, you can make it without doing that, but it's very helpful to know. Also, we're going to go ahead and start activating the Easter egg song. You can activate these headphones in any order, but one of the headphones can be found right up here past Speed Cola in the courtyard. This pair of headphones on the floor, you hold X on it, and that's that. Again, it's right past Speed Cola, right up there. That is one of 3. Once we get back to spawn, I'll be showing you where the second one is at. And once we get the fire sword, I'll be showing you where the third and final one is at. So the next one you can do literally as soon as you start the game, really, but it's these headphones on this table here in the spawn room. You hold X on those. But anyways, next we will be doing another one of these fire things. So there's one right here in spawn. You hold X on it, and you sprint for dear life. Again, there will be zombies spawning in. If you punch them, you will regen health. So just to kind of show my point here, you punch them, and there you go. Your health is back to full, but you do need to be careful because other zombies will spawn in and try to hit you at the same time. So it can be a little risky. But there we go. That is 2 out of 3 down. Which means we are very close to having the third sword. And now we're going to go get the third and final fire thingy. So it's right down here. If you're going from spawn, for example, it would be the left door that you can find the next one. This one is a bit easier than the last one. Just hold X on it, same things before. I'm gonna melee a zombie just to be safe. Oh shoot! Okay, there we go. And I also believe that when you melee a zombie, it does have to be the purple-eyed ones. So normal zombies, I don't think regen your health. I'm pretty sure I read that it has to be the purple ones. But then you hold X on it just like before. And now you have the fire sword. And now that is the third sword. So basically, since we cannot get the void sword to work, I'm going to walk you guys through it. We just won't have the sword in this video, which is unfortunate, but I won't leave you guys hanging. So, also to activate the fire sword's ability, when you do it, it just sends out like this giant fire explosion. Really cool, kills everything in the vicinity. But now I'm going to show you guys how to upgrade the void sword, even though I can't really do it. So you would grab the Raven Bastard sword, and then you come back here, and there will be animal bones on this bookshelf. You hold X on them, and again, you know, like I said, there's been a lot of issues with my PC today, it seems like, so maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe something along those lines caused it a glitch. Maybe there's a step that I forgot. I really don't think there is, because you grab it, you come into the alchemy room, you grab that, and then you, like, go do your thing, so I'm not sure. Again, kind of like holding X on all the bookshelves is a last-ditch effort. And yeah, I haven't picked anything up. But anyway, yeah, like I said before. There should be bones back here that you hold X on. If I'm missing a step or if there's something I forgot, I will leave it as a pinned comment down below, so maybe check that to see if maybe I forgot something, but I don't think I did. But again, you would hold X on that bookshelf, at which point it would give you a set of bones. From there, I'm going to go ahead and run over here. This is just, you don't have to do it this way, this is just what I would recommend doing. And then past Pack-a-Punch, there is this quick travel to take you back to town. Now, there is a Raven in here. I'm just gonna, you can just kind of follow my steps that I'm about to do if you want, just to kind of see if maybe this has an impact. I'm just gonna shoot that Raven. I don't think this is even relevant to it, though, because this is just for, like, an Easter egg step. Land. Today, please. Yeah, the Raven's Talon. But, again, yeah, that's a ritual item, so you don't even need to do that, so I don't really know. But anyway, you would teleport back here to town. And then when you come down here, there is going to be this, this wall here. At which point you hold X on it, and you put your sword inside, or you put the bone inside of it. and then you would, and then you also put your sword inside of it, so you might have to hold X on it like twice, I think. Just hold X on it twice until, just keep holding X on it basically like a couple of times, because it'll put the bone in, it'll show the thing, then you gotta put your sword in it, and then after it lights up and it shows your bone, then hold X on it again, at which point it'll make you invulnerable, and it'll pull up, like this wheel, which I'm gonna show you now. Depending on one of these 5 bones that you get, you will have to align the outer rings to the bone. So, for example, if we had the horn, you would need to make sure that the triangles are lined up in the way they are here, and the outer symbols to be lined up the way they are here. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's very easy. These are all the codes depending on the bones that you get. It's the same every time. So, as long as you do that, depending on what bone you get in your game, then there you go. That is the hardest part complete of this step. After that, it will spawn in these little orbs, basically. These little floating purple orbs. And basically, what you need to do with these orbs, because at the same time as those orbs spawn in, there will be this void that, like this portal that spawns in on the floor. What you want to do, because again, there will be a portal on the floor, and there will be floating orbs. How do I explain this? You want the void to be in between you and the floating orbs. Does that make sense? You want to guide the floating orbs into the portal. Does that make sense? Like, you want to, like, you'll see the orbs, and the orbs will follow you. So, guide the orbs into the portal. The portal will not hurt you. You cannot fall through it. You are okay. Just guide the orbs into the portal, and basically what else will happen is the portal on the floor will move. So, once it collects, like, 3 to 4 of those orbs, the portal will move. And you'll see it moving because it itself will turn into an orb, and you'll basically follow it. It'll come up here into the bar. At which point it will, it'll come in here and it'll go on the floor here, and you need to do the same thing again. More orbs will follow you, lead them into the portal, come on, and then it'll move again, and this time it'll come upstairs. Same thing as before, guide the orbs into the portal, and then after that third and final time, oh no, there's an amalgamation. Those enemies, the amalgamations, by the way, the elites, are weak to the Deadwire or Shadow Rift ammo mods. So, buy those ammo mods if you want to do more damage against the elites, or buy the light mend if you want to do more damage against specifically the special enemy from before. Just depends on what you want to do. But once you guide the third, or once you finish up the third portal, basically, the energy will be collected back into here, at which point you need to hold X. Make sure you do that. Hold X on that same thing that we, where you, like, went up to do the code before. Hold X on that, and then it will do this animation where the sword gets dipped into the void, and after that, you're done. And that's it. Then you have the void sword. Again, after it gets dipped in the void, you'll see it come up and it'll like take a minute, but you'll be able to grab it then. But again, I don't believe I missed anything because, yeah, you give the stamp to the statue, and then after you do that, you grab the sword, and then there should be the bones that spawn in that same alchemy room on the bookshelf. Again, if I missed anything, if I missed any particular steps I was supposed to do, if I missed any locations for the spawns, again, I'll let you guys know in the comments, but I don't know. That's just so strange. I've never seen that happen before. I've built this sword multiple times now. So that's strange. Mid-editing grotesque here, and yes, after doing some more research and just making sure that I didn't overlook anything, it does appear that the bone can spawn on the other tables in the room and the other shelves in the room, so I guess just look very thoroughly when you do that. However, it's still a bit confusing because as you saw me do in the gameplay, I clearly went around and held X on every table and shelf in the room. It's possible that maybe I missed something still, but hey, regardless, I still left you guys with the tutorial, so hopefully that helps. Hopefully you're able to follow that. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know if something glitched out. Maybe I didn't hold X at the exact right spot and I still missed the bone somehow. But regardless, that one's on me. Sorry about that, folks. But still figured I'd give you this information that yes, it can spawn on the other tables and shelves in the room. So just look very thoroughly. But anyway, before we go, because that is everything that I had to show you guys really, we have the armor vest, I explained some of the perks and at least some of the key ones you should have. I'd recommend buying all the perks, you know, just as your game goes on. But at the very least, I recommend having at least Quick Revive, Jug, Melee Macchiato, and, you know, even Vulture's Aid. You don't need Vulture's Aid. Oh, no, I just realized that my camera ran out of storage. I apologize. You guys are seeing absolutely nothingness right now in terms of the face cam. But you guys, I'll make sure to turn that back on before the video ends. But you guys don't need to, you know, necessarily worry about the other perks. Just at least have those 3. And then for the final piece for the Easter egg song, just come over here to, like, this table or, like, this couch or whatever, and then hold X again. Because, yeah, there's a pair of headphones over here, so just, there's a lot of zombies, so it's kind of hard to show it off, but just find the headphones, hold X in that general vicinity, and then the Easter egg song will play. But with that, It seems like my luck's running out here anyway, so that's everything that I had to show you guys in this video. That's how to build all 4 swords. I'm really sorry about the fact that the last one glitched out or that I may have missed something. I really don't think I missed anything. There's definitely not a chance that I missed anything. Again, check the pinned comments just in case, but really don't think I did. And then, yeah, that's how you pack punch, how you activate the Easter egg song, and that's that. At some point, I will be making a video on the Easter egg, but considering that the map is new, I was hoping I could help you guys out and leave a, you know, make another guide like this, like I've done for some zombies things in the past. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, hopefully you found it informative, and now let me clear up some space on my phone so we can do a proper outro. But anyway, as always, a massive shout out and thank you to all the patrons and channel members, thank you to all of you in the low baller tier, and an even bigger shout out thank you to all the big baller tier, Mole Asking, and Big Daddy Matty, and the biggest shout out thank you to the G tier, Brian Benson, the Cheese Girl, thank you guys so much, you guys are literal legends, I love you. Kurani arigatou gozaimasu. Have an amazing day, stay beautiful, I love you all, peace.